Hello, this is Max. The movie consists of 3 different stories. Enjoy watching. Don't forget to subscribe. The first short film centers around Simon, an engineer. After finishing work one day, he stops by a bakery with excitement to purchase a cake for his daughter's birthday. However, upon leaving the bakery, he discovers that his car is missing and finds a parking ticket indicating that he parked in a restricted zone that was not clearly marked. Despite being pressed for time to attend his daughter's birthday party, Simon decides to visit the DMV office to file a complaint about the unmarked curb. To his dismay, he is informed that he must first pay the parking and towing fees before making a complaint. Despite his attempts to reason with the officer, Simon's concerns are dismissed. On his way back home, Simon gets stuck in a traffic jam, causing his daughter to celebrate her birthday with a cookie instead of a cake. His wife, Melissa, becomes infuriated by Simon's perceived negligence towards their family. As Melissa expresses her disappointment, Simon continues to complain about the lack of regulations in their city. In the end, Melissa requests a divorce, feeling she can no longer remain in the relationship. The following day, Simon returns to the DMV office, only to encounter the same obstacle. No one is willing to address his complaint without him paying for a mistake he didn't make. Overwhelmed with frustration, he strikes the glass barrier with a fire extinguisher, resulting in his immediate arrest. The incident gains media attention and Simon's employer terminates his employment, citing damage to their reputation. On the same day, Simon must appear in court to determine custody arrangements for his daughter following the divorce. Given his current joblessness, the case leans in favor of his wife. To rectify the situation, Simon embarks on a job search. However, due to his tarnished reputation, no company is willing to give him an opportunity. Frustrated by continuous rejection, he lashes out at a receptionist in one of the offices. Soon after, he discovers that his car has been towed once again. This time, he simply takes a taxi to the DMV office, pays the ticket, and retrieves his car. In the next scene, Simon enjoys breakfast at a cafe while his car is parked outside in another no parking zone. However, this time, the curb is clearly marked. Silently, he watches as his car is towed away for the 3rd time in 2 weeks. Hours later, a loud explosion rocks the DMV office, causing significant damage. Unbeknownst to the public, Simon, utilizing his engineering expertise, had rigged his car with dynamite as a means to teach the DMV office a lesson. His lawyer presents a defense in court, arguing that the explosion was accidental, garnering media attention and exposing multiple cases of the DMV mistreating individuals. Finally, Simon achieves his revenge, becoming a symbol for the public, who affectionately refer to him as Dynamite. In the last scene, Simon celebrates his birthday in prison alongside his daughter and wife. He has become an icon for the public, admired for standing up against the mistreatment they face at the hands of the DMV on a daily basis. The second story begins at the break of dawn when Santiago, a young man, returns home from a club. He urgently wakes up his parents, and a few hours later, they witness a news report about a hit-and-run incident. It is revealed that Santiago unintentionally struck and killed a pregnant woman with his car, causing the death of both the mother and her unborn child. Romano, Santiago's affluent businessman father, is determined to do whatever it takes to save his son from imprisonment. The family is gripped by panic and contacts their lawyer, providing him with all the details of the accident. The lawyer assures them that he will find a way to extricate them from this predicament. Aware that the police will eventually discover the car's involvement, the family sees no benefit in keeping silent. While brainstorming ideas, the lawyer's gaze falls upon the housekeeper, Jose, who is working in the garden. In the subsequent scene, Romano and Jose sit face to face in Romano's study. A concerned Romano discloses the accident to Jose, offering him a substantial sum of $500,000 to take the blame for Santiago. The lawyer promises that if Jose accepts the offer, he will ensure his release from prison within a year. Moreover, Jose's family will be financially secure for the rest of their lives. Without hesitation, Jose agrees to the proposal. The lawyer takes Jose to the wrecked car and instructs him to leave his fingerprints all over the steering wheel. Jose is also asked to consume some whiskey to make the story appear more plausible. Just as the police arrive, the lawyer spins a fabricated tale, and Jose admits to the crime. However, the sheriff insists on examining additional evidence before making an arrest. Inside the wrecked car, the sheriff notices that the mirrors are positioned in a way that obstructs visibility, indicating that someone much taller than Jose was driving. Realizing that the truth is on the verge of surfacing, the lawyer bribes the sheriff, securing his cooperation. Romero is informed that he will have to pay them millions of dollars to evade the situation. Even Jose demands an expensive apartment, much to Romero's annoyance. The four men convene in Romero's study to discuss their shares, attempting to exploit his vulnerable position by making exorbitant demands. However, Romero loses interest in their negotiations and orders everyone to leave. He is prepared to let his son face imprisonment rather than fulfill their demands. Although the others believe he is bluffing, Romero retreats to his room, locking the door to demonstrate his determination. Hours later, a crowd gathers outside their house, having discovered the whereabouts of the killer. Romero's wife tries to persuade him otherwise, but he remains steadfast in his decision. Then, the lawyer returns with another proposition, reducing their demands to $3 million each. As a shrewd businessman, Romero bargains the amount down to $1 million, finalizing the deal. Finally, Jose is arrested and brought out of the house with a hood over his head. Suddenly, a man from the crowd launches an attack on him, beating him until he succumbs to his injuries. It is revealed that the man is none other than the husband of the woman who tragically lost her life in the accident. The final story unfolds at a lively wedding celebration. Romina and Dominic, a couple who have been in a long-term relationship, are finally tying the knot amidst a bustling party. The guests revel in the festivities, singing, dancing, and relishing in delectable cuisine. However, the joyous atmosphere is shattered when Romina notices her husband engaged in flirtatious conversation with a female co-worker. Unsettled by this sight, Romina discreetly dials a number on her phone and watches intently as the woman answers the call. Her heart sinks as she realizes that Dominic has been unfaithful, as the number she dialed belongs to his alleged guitar instructor, whom he frequently met with last month. Before she can react, the DJ announces the start of the bride and groom's first dance. Romina seizes this moment to confront Dominic about her suspicions. Initially, he pleads with her to enjoy the party and dismisses her concerns as unnecessary distractions. However, as she persistently presses him for the truth, he reluctantly admits to his affair with the woman. He promises that it will never happen again, but Romina is consumed by anger and refuses to listen to his excuses. She hastily flees the venue and finds solace on the rooftop of the building. After some time, a sympathetic chef approaches her, and Romina seizes the opportunity to seek revenge by getting close to him. When Dominic catches Romina cheating, he is overcome with shock and despair. Romina shows no remorse and instead threatens to take everything from him, leaving him with nothing. Overwhelmed by his emotions, Dominic collapses, vomiting on the ground, allowing Romina to return to the party. She pretends as if nothing happened in front of the guests and encourages them to continue enjoying themselves, filling the celebration with laughter and dance. Later on, Dominic arrives and is pulled onto the dance floor. To everyone's surprise, Romina pulls his mistress to join them in a dance. Romina becomes unhinged and hurls the women into a glass door, causing chaos. In the subsequent scene, paramedics attend to the injured women, while Romina maintains a facade of normalcy, urging her friends to initiate the planned wedding games. Dominic finally loses his composure and publicly berates Romina, drawing the ire of his mother, who proceeds to physically assault the bride before being restrained. In an effort to restore calm, the doctors intervene and guide everyone to sit down, monitoring their blood pressure to pacify the situation. Just when the guests believe the chaos has subsided, Dominic rises, holding a knife. To their surprise, he slices into the wedding cake and takes an enormous bite. Finally, he approaches his bride with open arms, inviting her to dance. Astonishing everyone, Romina and Dominic passionately make out on the dance floor. As things escalate, they swiftly leave the venue, leaving the other attendees bewildered, and the newlyweds find themselves alone. The movie ends with them doing adult things on a table that was meant for a wedding cake. If you are interested in such films, please proceed to the next video on the screen and also share your thoughts about this film in the comments. Give us a like and subscribe. Goodbye.